Hi guys, welcome back to the Player YouTube channel, and today we're going to be talking about a car that's probably as interesting as a nun, but it is an amazing car, and it's just sad that it's just a little bit boring. But this is the VW Golf Estate, and I'm a big Golf lover. I had a Golf years ago. Superb cars, and this car is none the less as superb as its original predecessor. Just has a rather large back bit added onto it. Let's take a look around this £26,000 car and see if it's value for money.
Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine.
So the VW Golf Estate, you can have 10 different engine variations. There are no less than 6 petrol engines and 4 diesel engines. This particular car is the 1.5 petrol engine. It's the TSI GT, and it develops around 150 brake horsepower. The car itself comes with 17-inch diamond cut alloys and this vast LED cluster of lights that are intuitive as well. I love the front of this car, however, I just don't think it's as pretty as the old Golf. Round at the back, well, you get a couple of decent chrome tailpipes down there, you get a wash wipe, there's a nice spoiler across the back with the brake light built in, and as with all Golfs, when you push the VW badge like so, you can lift up the boot, which is perfect. This isn't electronically assisted, but I'm sure you can get that as an extra if you really want to. Don't see any point, it's very easy to lift that. Parcel shelf, first thing you're going to notice, which is, as I've noticed, it's quite stiff, and I can't even get it to go back there, so it is a little bit awkward. However, once you do get it back, look at the space inside the back here. It's absolutely vast. Underneath here, well, you get a space saver wheel, and to the right here you've got your 12-volt adapter. I think it's quite a nice car. Looking around here, it's very well built, as you would expect with the VW. Let's jump in the back and see if it's comfortable for the passengers. Let's check out what it's like in the back for the passengers. Well, instantly getting in and out is very easy, and I'm going to shut the door, and that lovely sound of a VW Golf that you know only too well if you've ever owned one of these. It's extremely comfortable, plenty of leg room here, even though this seat is quite far back because that's how I like to drive. Loads of headroom as well. In the centre here, well, let's have a look. We have a double cup holder, and it is a very nice armrest as well. Additionally, you have the place for the skis, so you can put long things all the way through here. That is always a major benefit, and it's very easy to put up and down. Independent heating controls here. Unfortunately, there's nowhere for you to adjust the temperature, so you have to rely on the passenger or the driver. Another thing I've noticed is there aren't any adapters here, so there's no USB charger and there's no 12-volt adapter either. Not such a good thing. However, the centre seat itself, well, you've got a large transmission tunnel here, so it's very difficult to try and climb over. But when you get into the centre, it's quite a comfortable seat. It's a little bit tough on you. Yeah, I wouldn't want to sit here for too long, but you could definitely get 3 people across here, 100%. I'm going to climb back over here because we'll just check out the last couple of bits and pieces. Got ISOFIX points over here and over here, and generally it's quite a comfortable place to be. Let's jump in the front, let's take a look around and see how much kit Volkswagen have packed into this car. Here we are up front. Well, it's a lovely place to sit, and as you would expect, it's got everything on it you could desire. It's keyless ignition, so we'll start the car up, and the 8-inch screen comes into play. It's an intuitive screen. I will turn the sound down because I know that the DAB radio is going to suddenly come on. You can get an upgraded version of this which goes to a 9-inch screen, but to be honest I don't think it's worth the extra money. You get a very large cubby hole in here which can be adjusted according to how high you would like your armrest. I quite like it up like that. In the centre here, well, you also get a double cup holder. You've got a 12-volt adapter here. You've got your mode button here, we'll talk about that in a second. 7-speed auto gearbox. As I say, with the screen it is intuitive, so as you put your hand there it suddenly comes up with the buttons, and it's touch sensitive as well. We're on the nav system here, it's got a DAB radio, you've got a media system built in as well, you've got your phone built in. I mean, there's everything on it, you're not going to want for much more. You've got heated front seats, and I love the fact that the air conditioning system is all separate, so it's nice and easy to use. So even when you're driving you can just reach down and turn that up or down, and it's very, very easy and visible. Now I said about the mode, so let's push the mode button. You've got an eco mode, normal mode, a sport mode, and you can put an individual mode in as well. And in the individual you can actually put this car into a manual mode and use the flappy paddles, which is great. Steering wheel itself, well, it's a really lovely steering wheel as you would expect from a Golf. You've got, again, bits and pieces on here, so in the centre between the two dials everything will come up there as well, which is lovely. You can adjust the sound and you can make telephone calls, etc, etc. It's a supercar, it's a lovely place to be. I also do love the finish on this, I must mention that, because even though these are plastics, they're lovely soft plastics, they're not that horrible hard scratchy stuff. And over here you do get a very, very large glove box. Inside here as well, forgot to mention that, it's a great place to keep the keys for this car, and put your telephone as well. There's also a USB charger in there, but there isn't any Apple Play or wireless charging thing, which I would have liked to have seen that on here. Anyway, let's get the heated seats on, because it is so cold outside, and get this car out on the road and give you some feedback and summarise the VW Golf Estate. So the first thing you notice when you get the VW Golf Estate out on the road is the road noise and the bumpiness of this car. It is really, really bumpy. I mean, we've actually had difficulty filming this because it keeps chucking us all over the place, and I've not even got it in the sport mode. If I put it in the sport mode, very easy to do, I've got it in normal mode. It really does throw you about a little bit, which I suppose is very reminiscent of a Golf, and that's only to be expected because this, after all, is a Golf. Let's talk about safety systems. Well, we've got blind spot mirrors, we've got lane departure warning, and it will also guide you and steer you autonomously. You've got in-town autonomous braking, which is fantastic. You probably all know about that. If you don't, check it out on Google. The car economy, well, we're getting around about 36 to 38 to the gallon, and what this car does, it will actually shut down and go into a 2-cylinder mode. So if you take your foot off the accelerator slightly and you're not actually pushing for more petrol, it will actually drop back and drive in a 2-cylinder mode, so the economy should go through the roof. You're talking probably 47, 48 to the gallon on a long run, which is a fantastic achievement from VW. I mean, summing up this car, well, it might be a bit boring, but at the end of the day, it's real, you know, it's value for money. It's a solid car, it's going to last a lifetime, and if you're a Golf lover, and now unfortunately you've ended up with a couple of kids and 3 dogs, then this could be the absolute perfect answer to your prayers. Additionally, I also think this could be a very good corporate car. Saving the VAT on this car, you're talking about £22,000 on the road, and it does come pretty fully loaded for that money. You've been watching me, Andy Jones, the player. I hope you enjoyed this review. There's plenty more. There's over 100 reviews on our channel, so don't forget, click if you want to subscribe, like, I'm always happy with those, and a comment. Do appreciate the comments. Thanks for watching. Next week, another car. Look forward to seeing you again.